Good morning. I want to welcome everybody to school today. Hope everyone's had a great start to the second semester. We wanted to take an opportunity to review several things from the first semester, as well as review the expectations we have as we continue to move through the second semester. Most of the ideas that I'm going to share with you, the guys, this morning are it's going to be review, but there's going to be a few new things that you need to be made aware of as well. So please, I appreciate your attention as we review each thing in the slides as we go through them. First thing to review, and as most of you remember, Mr. Hewlin retired in December, and Mr. Montgomery was appointed as principal of Hoover High School by the Board of Education. We're excited to have his leadership, and we're excited about what he's going to bring to us in the future. And we know that Hoover High School is going to continue on to great things with him as the principal. I wanted to review that we've had some adjustments in reference to grade level assignments by the assistant principals to make sure that we're all on the same page. Mr. Felton will now be handling just the ninth grade boys, and he'll help a little bit with ninth grade girls, but Miss Moore will mainly be the one who's addressing ninth grade girls. Miss Smiley will be working with the 10th grade and continue in that role. Mr. Beasley, who is our new assistant principal, will be working with the 11th graders, and Mr. Hain will be working with the 12th grade. We have some expectations we want to outline, and they're very simple things when you really think about it. And if you meet these expectations, there really should never be an issue. The biggest one is just being on time for everything that you do, whether it's school, class, lunch, returning from lunch. If you're on time, then you're not going to have any issues. So we want to really stress as we move into the second semester that everyone gets where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. In addition, we always expect everyone to be prepared, and this includes all of us. We need to be prepared for school every day when we come. We need to prepare to do the work that's assigned to us. We need to be prepared to turn our work in on time. And most importantly, we just need to be prepared to do our best every day. You know, I tell people all the time, best is best. And tomorrow, your best may be better than it was yesterday. And the next day, your best may not be as good as it was the day before that. But all you can do every single day when you show up is do your best. In addition, we want to continue to be champions in all we do. We want to be successful and be the best that we can be at Hoover High School every single day when we show up. We want to continue to be champions in all we do. In addition, we have some updates to the safety procedures. Several of you probably have noticed some different kind of blue lights and things along those lines that are around the campus. And those things are going to be directly involved in our code red procedures, which is our lockdown. What I want to tell you is if you hear and see flashing blue lights and a siren, you know that we are in a lockdown. And you need to take the appropriate steps from that point forward. Students that are in the hall when the lockdown begins should immediately get into the first available classroom, or if that is not possible, hide in the restroom. If you are in the cafeteria, the staff will direct you to the kitchen area for lockdown. And if you are in the courtyard, you need to enter the closest door into the building and find a classroom that is open or hide in one of the restrooms. In the past, there's been some issues in the cafeteria and courtyard area in reference to hearing the command to go into a code red. Based upon the test with the system that we have completed up to this point, we're hoping that should not be an issue. So just understand when the blue lights start flashing and you hear the siren, and we're going to run a test of that during the school day here sometime shortly, that you are to go into a code red or into a lockdown situation. I also want to review Hoover Pride. We introduced that here at the beginning of school. And one of the things that we really want to talk about is behavior. And that's not just the behavior of you as students, but also of the adults in this building. Because everyone's behavior impacts school climate. It impacts the discipline of the building, attendance, graduation, safety, our mental health, and most importantly, it impacts your academics. So when you come to school in the right frame of mind to meet the expectations that are being placed upon you, whether you're a student or whether you're a teacher or an administrator or a staff member in any way, when you show up, it allows all of us to be successful. Hoover Pride, if you remember, outlines our 5 expectations. It asks that we're productive, respectful, involved, determined, and eager. And those 5 expectations fit in everything that we do, whether we're in the classroom, the hallway, the cafeteria, the courtyard, and everything that we do. Pride should be at the center of what we're trying to accomplish every day. So the areas of expectations, as I just reviewed, lunchroom, restroom, hallway, stairway, courtyard, and classroom. As we go over the next week or so, you'll be doing some things in your crew where you'll be reviewing these areas of expectation. And just as a reminder to make sure we all understand about what we are expected to do every day. A reason to celebrate, something we track with Hoover Pride, just talking about discipline referrals for those of you can see. You can see fall of 2017, the discipline stats. In the 9th grade, we had 129 referrals. In the 10th grade, 105, 11th grade, 111, 12th grade, 173. If you move up to this fall, when we finish the fall semester, 9th grade, all 4 grade levels have dropped in reference to disciplinary referrals. 114 for the 9th, 94 for the 10th, 91 for 11th, and the 12th grade is down at 152. That's about an average of roughly around 20 referrals for each grade level that it has dropped. So we really appreciate everyone's hard work. Now, there is an area that we can continue to work to improve. Now, the first 9 weeks, we had 308 positive referrals. Now, the second 9 weeks, we only had 98 positive referrals. And that is a natural thing. It's human nature. When you start something new, everybody comes out strong and does really, really well. And then it kind of tails off. So my challenge to everyone, students, teachers, staff members, is that we try to be the best in everything that we do. So in order to try to be the best at everything we need to do, we need to take the time to recognize those individuals who are doing the right thing when they come to school every day. So we've had a great start, but we all know we can be better. And we need to support each other and recognize each other for everyone's efforts to make Hoover High School a great place to be. Also, before we go today, this morning, I want to kind of review some dress code reminders and run through these fairly quickly, and then allow you guys as a class to kind of talk about some different things and make sure we're all on the same page as we move forward. Remember, be smart. You can dress appropriately and still look good when you come to school. So it serves as a guide, for students to select appropriate attire. We don't want your clothing or attire to be disruptive. We don't want you to distract from the learning environment. And it does not, we want to make sure, puts you in a position where there are any health or safety concerns. So here's an example of some pictures to look at. And what is wrong with these students and their attire? Something to understand that if clothing is too tight, too short, too revealing, and exposes the bust line, sides, back, or midriff area, it cannot be worn at Hoover High School. So students may wear spaghetti straps that are high enough that does not reveal the bust line. So we want to make sure that you can wear them, but you also need to understand what the expectation is in wearing clothing such as that. Off the shoulder tops, halters, sheer, or see-through clothing is not permitted. Undergarments that include cami, bra, or underwear should not be visible at any time. So these pictures are examples of clothing that is not allowed. Leggings, jeggings, tights must be worn with a long garment. So they are allowed, but they must be worn with a long garment. So what is wrong with this picture? Hats and toboggans are not permitted on campus, and undergarments should not be visible at any time. So understand in the previous pictures, decorative dental appliances, permanent or temporary, or distracting contact lenses will not be allowed on campus. Obviously here, clothing that references alcoholic beverages, tobacco products, drugs, drug-related slogans, and images that can be interpreted as being off-color, suggestive, obscene, or offensive or relating to death, the occult, etc., are not permitted. Kind of another thing in reference to anything that might, cause alarm or anything along those lines, we're just not going to permit those types of clothing to be worn. In addition, students are not permitted to wear hoodies pulled up over the head, bandanas, or ski hats to Hoover High School. Please help us with this matter. I understand some mornings it's going to be cold, but as you enter Hoover High School, we need to make sure we remove those items. Students are not permitted to wear extreme makeup, face paintings, masks, etc., that conceals their face or disrupts the learning environment in any way. And this type of attire, while some people may choose to wear these types of things, they're not to be worn here at school. And a good question is, why would anybody be running around Hoover High School without any shoes on? So please make sure you do that. You never know. While we work extremely hard to make sure your safety, you never know. So you always want to make sure you're wearing proper shoes. And shoes are required on campus, and any kind of decorative metal reinforcements or decorations such as chains or steel toes are not permitted. And I think all of you get the dress code. You know the expectations. We just do to encourage each other to make sure we meet those expectations and follow the dress code as it's been presented to you. Finally, I want to wish everyone a great second semester, and I hope all of us continue to be successful. And I just want to say as we go that remember, no matter what we do, whether it's dress code, code red, Hoover Pride, anything that we do on a daily basis, we want to strive to be the best. We want people to understand that Hoover High School is a great place to be and that we want all of us to be successful. Thank you.